Hello guys, welcome back to the video. Adding a touch of Afro vibes and gospel can help elevate your production process by expanding your knowledge of different genres of music. In today's video, we're going to add a touch of Afro vibes and gospel together. That being said, without any further ado, let's get started. We're just going to begin with this simple chord. Let's take a listen. Alright, having said that, literally that's the first melody, alright, right there. So what I did is to extract it to a WAV file, okay, just to save some space. I'm gonna mute this one right now. Of course, the plugin for this one, the plugin to create that, this plugin, it's a very powerful plugin. You can try as much as possible to have one of those, okay. So what I did literally is just to extract it, okay. I extracted it to this guy, and this is how it sounds like. So literally that's the first step. So what I did next is to duplicate this one. All right, I duplicate it here. So what I did is just to reformat it, okay. So let's take a listen now. As you can see it, the idea is to have two vibes, all right. So if you look at it, I've arranged the song, all right, I've arranged it. So in the beginning, I try to format it. All right, let me show you guys how I did it. So if you want to achieve what I did here, what I have here, all you have to do is to double click Control E on the keyboard. It's going to open Edison. Control E on the keyboard. It's going to open Edison. You want to right click on this icon, this one. So it's going to bring this one, and then you're just going to reformat it to any value below 2000 Hertz. But this one, I just see 1000 Hertz, and then you're going to say resample and click accept. All right. So what I'm going to do next now, is to bring this thing, what we have here, and when you put it here right now, you can delete this one. So this is what you're going to have. All right, so I'm going to delete this one right now because I don't need it. I just show you guys how I did this one, okay. It's very simple and straightforward. I hope you get it. And then of course, if you've been following my previous tutorial, you know how I could achieve this one. What I did literally is just to, let's say this one right now, just come here, right click. You're going to see render and replace. Okay. So when you render and replace, it's going to turn to an audio file whereby you can just apply, and before you begin to add your, effect and all that in the mixer. Do you get it now? So literally that's the idea. So I'm going to delete this one right now. So guys, next on the list is to have this guy, just support it with the basic chord, which is this one. So I'm going to enable this one right now. And then the plugin for this one is this guy. So let's take a listen. That's just what I played, okay, for everything. And the plugin for this one is still this guy, Amplifier. All right, it's a very powerful plugin. You can try as much as possible to get it, okay. So having said that, so what I did literally, I'm gonna mute this one right now. All right, this is on track 15, and I extracted it to this one, which is on track 15 as well. So what I did literally is just to extract it just the way I did this one. So I'm gonna mute it right now, and then I'm going to play it here right now. So when you had it with the first one, when you had it to the first one, you should have something like this. So guys, that's the first step right there. So what I'm going to do next is to create something like what we call shaker, all right, just to support what we have here. So what I did next is to add the shaker. Let's take a listen. All right, you're beginning to have that Afro vibes, okay? And then when it gets there, so what I did literally is just to create this one, just to, fast forward the process. I converted it to WAV file. Of course, you know how to do it. I've explained to you guys. You create the pattern, then you convert to the WAV file. Then this one, I think I forgot to convert this one. So let me just show you guys how I did it. So literally after creating it, we have it here. So these are what I used to create this one. All right. So literally that's what I used to create this one. So having said that, we're going to proceed to the next one. So what I did literally is to have this guy just to support what we have. Okay. So let me just show you guys what we have there. We have this guy. Let's take a listen. So literally this one, I've muted it. What I did, this is it. That's how you mute a note. When you mute it, you will not hear it. When you enable it, you will hear it. So I created something that I don't really like. So I just muted it. I mute it, just in case I still want to use it. All right. So that's that. That's how you create the baseline. And the plugin for this one is actually this plugin. I use a preset called a journey in a bass and more. Okay, it's a very powerful plugin. That's what I use for this one. Take note. And then by the time you enable all of them, this one, this one, this one, and this one, let's take a listen from here. So let's add this one. So as we begin to proceed, we add more to it, all right? Just to create a balance, okay? So having said that, and then I added something like this, I've arranged the song, all right? At the end of the video, I'm going to play the entire vibe so that you can take a listen, okay? Stay with me, I'm sure you will learn some new tips. We have this one in the beginning, all right? Just to create that vibes. And then this one, I added this guy as well. I use that same bass, okay? And one thing about this one is each time, it plays, it goes down. Look at it. I created some automation to it, as you can see it. So literally that's what I did to all this one. See what happens. Each time this plays, this goes down. As you can see it, by the time it gets here, it will go up, it will come up and go down. As you can see that. So what I did here is just to create automation based on what I want to achieve. Okay. Having said that, let's proceed. So the next thing is to have this guy, my log drum. All right, we had there something like this. I played a lot of things. I just extracted a few section that I wanted. Okay. So that's just the idea. All right. So and then we have another pattern of the log drum. Let's take a listen. So by the time you play the log drum, you should have something like this. Can you see that? I just complement two things together. All right. It's very simple and straightforward. And remember, we're playing on G major. All right. I try as much as possible so that I can remember. All right. So it's on G major. Okay. So just in case you want to play what I played and you want to know the name of the key is on G major. All right. So that's that. Having said that, I added another one. Can you see that? Just to balance it, okay? Just to balance it. All right. It's very simple. And I play all this one, from the keyboard. All right. your MIDI keyboard. Can you see that? Just to add a little touch to it. Okay. So by the time you now combined all of them together, you see, it's gonna come out very nice. So that's just it. Little touch and then being creative with what you have, with your plugins, with your VSDs, you're gonna produce something tremendous. The most fundamental is you being able to be creative. Okay. So that's that. Actually, what I did is just to arrange it a little bit, and that's it. I don't really do much for this one. And this one, I don't know if I've showed you guys this one. We have this one. Let me just let me enable the plugin. Very simple. Very simple. And what I did is just to offset it a little bit. Can you see that? Just to have that tone. I offset it a little bit. Can you see it? All right. Of course, you can recreate this. I offset it a little bit just to have that tone. Okay. Take notes. It's very important. So I'm gonna mute this one right now. And of course, I've explained the reason why I'm doing this. All right. You may not really have to do yours like this, but I love to do it this way so that I can give room for my RAM. Okay. But if you have a powerful PC or Mac, you can go ahead and just flow. So having said that, and then what I did literally is just to send. I'm gonna play the entire song. Okay, stay with me. I'm gonna play the entire song. So what I did literally is just to send everything to the mixer. All right. But then let's play the entire song. Let's listen to the vibes, and then I want to explain how I send them to the mixer and mix it a little bit. Okay, stay with me. Let's go ahead and take a listen. All right. All right. So, guys, the bottom line is that You just have to be creative, all right? Like I always say, you have to be creative with a little touch, little touch, little touch. Before you know it, you combine them together, you get a tremendous result. All right. It is very important that you work on yourself and you are being creative. So, guys, as you've listened to it, I don't really do much. Trust me, there are more elements you can still add to this beat to make it super dope. Let's take, for instance, you can still have some melodies, all right? And of course, you can as well arrange according to the song, okay? So you arrange your production according to the song, and then let's say there is vocal on this one right now, you know. Now, literally, this is how I do my production. I will do like 50% send to the artist. When the artist sings, then I will not finish the entire stuff. All right. So with this now, let's say we have a vocal on it, you know, with what we have right now, we can now begin to add some banger to it, a lot of melodies, a lot of things just to make it super dope. All right. But this is just a foundation of the song. All right. So having said that, and as you can see it, another tip is you see that everything is arranged. We have the intro. This is where the verse will come in. We have the chorus, which is the choir, and then and of course, this one is for beginner. All right. And of course, if you are intermediate or a professional, I'm sure you will have one or two things that you will appreciate in this video. All right. Everything you see here is sent to the mixer. And how do you send uh, stuff from your playlist to the mixer? Just double click on the stuff. This is a track. You can just click this guy. Of course, you can come here, right click and type in your value. All right. Or just, use your scroll wheel to push it. Okay. That's how you send to the mixer. And literally, that's what I did to everything. Or you can come here, go to all, double click. It's going to highlight all of them. And then you're going to come to your mixer. You can come to number one or number two, and any one of your choice where you want to start. So what I love to do is to leave this one as my metronome so that I can control the volume here. So you just come here and say Control Shift L on the keyboard, and it's going to route all of them to the mixer, giving it name that you have here. All right. Any name you've applied here, it's going to bring the entire name here and organize it for you. That being said, then from here, I love to group them. All right. I know that what we have is for my shakers and the loop and shakers, and I know that this one is for the guitars. This one is for another guitars. This one is my log drum. This one is for my bass. This is one of the ways that I do my production so that it makes things very easy for me. So having said that, then each of this track is loaded with a plugin. All right. So like this one right now, like this one, I added this guy, all right, a compressor, and I use very hard from the preset. All right. So I take away the low. All right. I reserved the low for the bass. Okay. I reserved the lows for the bass. So, and everything is sent direct to the master. Okay. This one as well, I did the same thing. This one as well, I take away the lows. For the log drum, I just leave it like that. All right. And then this one, I just leave it like that. Trust me, there are a lot of ways you can mix it, but I just, because this plugin is a very powerful one, so I don't need to do much. There are a lot of ways I could have mixed it. All right. But this one is still cool. So I don't need to stress myself unnecessarily. All right. So having said that, if you have this plugin as well, you can have it. It's a very powerful one. Okay. And then like all this one right now, if you look at the bass, this is the first one, this is the second one, is routed to a boss, okay? And then like this one, I give it this guy just to add, just to make it more punchier, okay? And I use only this one. Every other thing is reset to the defaults, all right? I only use this guy, all right, just to make it more punchier. And literally that's what I did. As you can see, you see I don't really do much, just little touch. Like all this one, I don't really do much. All right, this one is for tutorial. Of course, that's how you do it. Like this one, I take about 184 eighths, roughly, yeah, 184 eighths thereabout. I take away all the lows for this one. All right. When you create it, I take away all the lows and I leave others. Okay. And then everything you see here, all of them is routed to this guy. Is routed to this guy. All right. There's a reason for that. Reasons for that so that I can gain stage all of them. Normally all of them will go to the master, but what I love to do is to route all of them from one to wherever it ends to this guy. I'll just say right click and say route to this track only. So haven't I done that? Then only the bass will goes to the master. All right. I can gain stage a little bit. I remove minus 6 dB. Now, if you notice, when I remove minus 6 dB from all of them, the volume is going to reduce, but the bass, the volume is going to remain the same. First off, I will gain stage all of them from here, even the bass. After I gain stage it, so what I'm going to do next is to route everything in my mixer to a bus. I can just pick this one and route all of them to this guy. Then right click and see dock to the right. It's going to come to be here. Okay, so that's the first step. So haven't you done that? Then when I added this guy fruity balance just to remove like 6 dB. Now all the volume is going to reduce except the bass. So I will now route the bass, this one, this and this is routed this one. I will now route the bass to the master. This one as well goes to the master. In other words, everything still goes to the master. All right, but I've done a little bit gain staging here. All right, then I will now gain stage all of them again. You see that? Then I will now remove maybe minus 5 dB or 6 dB again. It depends on how you arrange. The idea is to ensure that you have a clean mix so that, this is just, what's it called? This is just mixing right now so that by the time you want to master it, you can have enough headroom. All right. That's the idea. That's the concept so that you can have a good headroom. All right. Because I don't love to, do my stuff while I'm clipping. Okay, so that's it. So let me show you guys right now. So by the time I play all of them, for instance, as you can see, it's clipping. That's danger. So what I normally do is to take it like this. All right, and then so guys, as it is right now, it's very awesome. So this is what I'm gonna export, and then I wanna master it, bringing back all the volumes. Do you get it now? So this is one of the tips I want to share with you guys. Of course, you can go ahead and just reduce the volume here manually. All right, whichever works for you. Sometimes I do it this way, and sometimes I do it this way. So whichever works for you. Okay. So literally that's it. You can either highlight all of them and just take it down and begin to mix it and all that. You can do that, which is very awesome. But I love to do it this way. And sometimes if it requires this one, maybe the volume is still, I will still do it manually like this. Okay, but because what I have is awesome, so there's no need of doing this one. I'm still going to have the same results. Okay, so I added this guy as well just to make it more heavy. Okay, and I added this guy for measurements. All right, so that I know that everything is awesome before I export it and then master it. All right, so literally I haven't said that. I hope that you learn one or two things in this video, and I hope that you find this video helpful. All right, if you're new to this page, be sure to subscribe, and I will try as much as possible to leave a link in the description so that if you want to get it, you can as well go ahead and download it. All right, I'm going to leave a link that contains the stems, so you can go ahead and download everything I use in this video, the stems. All right, so guys, consider to like this video, consider to subscribe, and comment what you think about this video and what you think I should do in the next video. And that's it for today, and until the next one, stay creative.